Now the final counts and the federal election result are in. Every party is doing some navel-gazing, let's call it. One party leader has already fallen. Green Party leader Annamie Paul stepping down yesterday after her party received just 1/3 of the votes it got in 2019. Conservative Party leader Erin O'Toole has launched a review of his own party's performance, and some within that party are out for O'Toole's head. One member of the party's elected National Council has launched a petition to pressure the party to initiate a recall and try to oust O'Toole. Others, though, are standing by the leader. So where do things go from here? Eric Duncan is a re-elected Ontario Conservative MP. He is in Ottawa. Mr. Duncan, you have voiced your public support for your leader, for Erin O'Toole, but others clearly saying they think he should go. Why have you chosen to stand by him?
Well, I was proud to join numerous, not only Conservative MPs, new and returning to Ottawa, but a lot of our candidates and members across the country in saying so. I've got to know Erin. I've been lucky, David, throughout the pandemic and Erin's 1 year as leader to see him firsthand in Ottawa and working with him side by side. But a lot of Canadians, you know, we look at where we were 7 weeks ago, in my opinion, leading into the campaign. A lot of Canadians did know Erin, and there was a lot of concern. And where we ended up at the end of the campaign, I think the more Canadians got to see of Erin O'Toole, you know, I think they started to gain a respect and an understanding of who he is. And so my whole message is that, like Erin, the review, every party is going to be doing a review, David, and I'm disappointed. I spent a lot of time helping out, you know, in my riding and other ridings across the country, and obviously wanted to finish better. But when we look at our performance, it's one that I think we can build on. We made gains in certain areas. And the line that I use, David, in talking to friends and fellow Conservatives is we don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater here. We need to do a review. We need to look at what went well, what didn't go well, and what we need to build on in the next couple of years.
Okay, let me pick up on what you're saying. You don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, because you're down 2 seats, you're down 400,000 votes from 2019, and when Andrew Scheer did better, he actually lost his job. So if Scheer had to go, why does O'Toole get to stay?
Well, so let me address actually the first part with Andrew there, of where I was a new member in 2019, as you know, and I came to Andrew's defense to say, look, I believe Andrew deserves the opportunity to show our team and show our party that, and I didn't support and didn't think it was appropriate, the knives that came out the night of and the couple of days after, they went after Andrew, and I don't support it here either. We can't get into a perpetual cycle where we're having new leaders one and done every few years. One of the big challenges, David, as you know, is getting a leader known to Canadians. During the pandemic, when we're sitting here on Zoom and on Skype, it is very hard to do that. So where I don't agree with what happened with Andrew even himself, and I certainly don't agree with what happened with Erin. There were some bright points that Erin had in the campaign. We won the popular vote again. We tightened the margin in Ontario. We made gains in the Maritimes. I think Northern Ontario, with the political junkie and nerd in me there's a lot of opportunities where if we can get some more success and go in the right direction, we can flip numerous more seats in the next election. But I'm of the mindset where, no, I don't think we need to go and have a leadership race. I think what we need to do is build on it, address the challenges in areas and regions where we didn't do as well. And I think Erin deserves the opportunity to stay on. I believe that he has the opportunity, should have the opportunity to contest the next election. And we need to, in my opinion, David, we need to focus on that review, but also focus on the Liberals as well. I think the fact, in my opinion...
What if that review, let me just interrupt you to say, what if that review comes back and says the Conservative Party opted, as many critics within the Conservative Party are now saying, to go into the middle, closer to the middle, closer to where the Liberals occupy on the political spectrum, away from what Erin O'Toole himself campaigned on during the leadership campaign itself? What if the review comes back and says that was a mistake?
Well, in the review, to your point of what the review is, it will be with caucus, it'll be with party members, campaign volunteers and so forth, and looking at it and doing a full analysis across that. And again, there's going to be different things. There's the policy front, there's the technical campaign. I've been a campaign manager many more times than I've been a candidate, and there's a lot of those behind the scenes things as well. So I don't want to preclude what a review would do, but I think Erin's committed to doing that. And obviously, we all want to win the next time. We all want to keep making progress and going in the right direction. So from a policy perspective and coming up with some new policy ideas and whatever that direction may be, there's some campaign, I think, logistics in terms of training and so forth that I think we need to look at as well. So Again, I think Aaron's the right person that can conduct a fair review, and I also think that he can build on what we had. We made progress in some areas, we fell short in others, but I think at the end of the day, it's something to build on, not to throw away and start from scratch again.
Okay, so some of the fall short areas are areas you need to win. Metro Vancouver, GTA, Quebec. Didn't make any gains in those areas, and you have to gain in at least one, if not all three of those areas, any party in order to win government. What do you think went wrong?
Well, here's the thing, when you're 8 days after the election, David, I don't want to be the politician and not give an answer, but I'm still part of that thing. I'm talking to candidates and colleagues and doing that analysis as well. We're in the early days of this and getting that feedback. I think the review will do that. Clearly in the GTA, I spent quite a bit of time knocking on a lot of doors. I sensed an improvement there from 2019. We tightened up some ridings, we didn't in others. But again, I think that's going to be part of it when it comes to policy, when it comes to training, and how that goes in the coming months. I think that's all going to be part of the review of what happens. We need to do in the GTA, you're right, in Vancouver. And I look at other opportunities as well. I think there's some other, the Maritimes, we made some gains. We have some opportunities we can grow further. How do we get to that next step? And how do we get, and again, what to me the focus needs to be is not at each other, the constructive improvement of the party and the betterment of the party. And we need to focus on the Liberals. And David, Justin Trudeau said the next election is likely going to be in 18 months. So we need to be focused on improving ourselves and being ready to contest the next election, not contesting a leadership election, in my opinion.
All right, Eric Duncan, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you.